Hey everybody, this is Shannon. I know the camera's not facing me, but sorry, I'm shooting at night. Please remember to click like or subscribe on our YouTube channel. Help us get our channel going, and I'll add a link to our Facebook page as well for anybody who wants to check that out. But I wanted to take a minute real quick tonight to share a trick that we found works for us. And again, this is just our personal preference and something that we found works for us and wanted to share because it may help somebody else out. You can see our red canopy. I've got it up in the air some. It's not up as high as it'll go. And then our blue canopy over here, you can see, is lowered to the ground. And the reason for that is we have found that it helps with the wind, to keep wind from tearing it up. If you've ever been working where it's really windy or have been in Texas for any period of time, gate guards will know what I'm talking about. This wind can be hellacious and actually come gusting pretty much out of nowhere at times. So for us, we had found that keeping this bigger canopy lowered to the ground keeps the wind from destroying it. The legs on it, if the wind is really strong, kind of acts as a shock absorber in a way where it will lift up in the air and set back down. We have had a couple times where the wind has been so strong that it's lifted it up high enough to lock the legs, and you know, we usually of course catch that relatively quick and get it back down. There are also still times where we have to take the tops off of it if the wind is too bad. But for us personally, we have found that doing this has really saved the canopy and us a headache and constantly having to spend money to replace things like that. We have had a lot of questions out here on the gate, so we get, you know, people stopping and asking us why we keep it lowered to the ground. My husband shared a video on our Facebook page, you know, as to why we do that. And this red one actually lowers down further as well. It's up right now because the wind's not blowing too bad. And this is just a smaller one. As you can see, we got a table under it that, you know, I use to put crock pot meals out here, you know, cook out here sometimes, but it will actually lower all the way down to where it is just sitting over top the table. So, oh, excuse me. So before we got our bigger camper, I had a lot of our kitchen stuff on that little table, and it was great because I could lower that all the way down and it would cover, you know, my George Foreman and crock pot and all that good stuff. So it, you know, also protected that stuff. So for us, again, we found that this was a very nifty idea as far as helping with wind. Again, please, people, I've seen so many people post stories on these different Facebook groups of themselves or people in the campground that have left their awnings out and a wind has come up and totally destroyed their awnings. So please, please, please save you yourselves a headache and do not leave your awnings out. Pull them in, buy a canopy to use for your shade to sit under or something, but do not ever leave your camper or your rig and go anywhere and leave that awning out. You will save yourselves a headache and money by not doing that. I can tell you on both of our campers now, our awning has probably only been out a dozen times, if that. Probably less than that with us being here in Texas. I am just paranoid and scared to death that a wind gust is going to come too quick that we wouldn't get it in and destroy it. And you're talking $1,000 to several $1,000s depending on the damage that the wind could do to your canopy, or your awning, I'm sorry. Where a canopy, I literally have spent like $45 on a canopy. So for me, I would rather lose $45 in a canopy versus thousands of dollars trying to replace an awning. You know, I don't know specifically how much it costs. I know I've heard people say it's not cheap. And two, on these newer rigs, you've got these electric awnings. So depending on how that wind catches your awning and destroys it, if it's messing up any of your mechanical stuff that allows you to push that button and roll your awning in and out, you could be looking at several $1,000s easily to have all of that stuff replaced. So again, please don't anybody take this as, you know, some kind of bashing segment or anything like that. Again, this is just our personal preferences and something that we have found that works extremely well for us, and just wanted to share with somebody else because this may be a very helpful trick to somebody else out there to help them save themselves money and a headache and a worry. So I hope you've enjoyed, and if you have any you know, input on that, please share. We would love to hear from you, and everybody have a great evening. Thank you.